Hey, welcome back to Ping Pong Flicks. My name is Chris Wong. Justice League has finished its third weekend run, and the global worldwide total estimate right now, as Box Office Mojo has updated their site, is worldwide sitting at $567 million. Domestics at 197, foreign's at 370. Let's see the daily takes on this. The weekend take has gone down negative 59%, almost 60% foreign. So here's the take. Argentina for $1 million. You can look at it here, $370 million. China is actually, it's not been updated yet, actually, because China sits at about $100 million now, thanks to Chef Philip. I saw to your chats, and I am looking at the end cream. You know what? Let's check it out since I got you on here. Okay, so now, 98.95 million. It'll probably reach 100 million by tomorrow. So that's pretty good. So let's plug that number in. Let's say 567. Let's just do the Box Office Mojo. So let's go back to our current take. This is my chart I made last time. Batman v Superman, Justice League, Suicide Squad. So we kind of see a trend here. It was going good. It was going higher than Suicide Squad, but I'm thinking it's going to go down now. 567. Okay, so that trend is starting to go down. As you see, the red marker is starting to go down. The light blue is Wonder Woman, goes up. Suicide Squad steady, and it'll just go a hair below. So that's the third weekend. So that is very interesting. I wonder how much it's going to be by the fourth weekend. There's a lot of stakes here that's coming out, because the weekend after it's going to be Star Wars, and then after that it's going to be Jumanji. It's going to be crazy filled box office. They're going to be canceling showings. They're probably going to take out, all the other movies, Thor Ragnarok, all those movies are going to start leaving the theaters, because they need to make room for the newer movies. So it'll be very interesting to see where it as now. This is a very interesting situation. There was an article that came out that I want to talk about, and that's the Forbes article. And this is a lot of where people pulling a lot of their articles today about Justice League's demise, if you will. But here, I'm going to pull it together right here. So here, worldwide couped just over or under Man of Steel at 668. That is brutal. That is brutal to show that Justice League will end up ending at the first DC Extended Universe, where you're supposed to see a going up trajectory. This is going down, or actually just kind of going back to where it first started. It has drops there are very healthier drop than Hunger Games and later Harry Potter sequels, and oddly enough right line with the last two Twilight Saga and Fantastic Beasts. Of course, percentage drops, it doesn't matter to me too much, because sometimes they go up high and they go up low and the theater count changes, so it's kind of weird. So but they want to have that 250 million domestic. That will be a huge victory for them if the domestic can get up that high to 250, and then the foreign get up a little bit higher, like 500. Actually 500 would be pretty good. I think that will make it get it over that 700 million. Just a little bit positive. It's not the billion everybody wanted. Okay, it's not the 800s. It's not going to reach Batman v Superman levels, but let's see what's the worldwide gross right now. I love this chart because I like to see how it goes so far. Now, what was it? It was like 190 something. Let's see. Wreck-It Ralph, Transylvania. Oh my God, wait, what number was Justice League at now? Oh, 145. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, 145. So, it beat Godzilla 2014. That's pretty cool. It beat X-Men Apocalypse. Oh, here. Okay, so Justice League is sitting. Oh, it beat Kong Skull Island. Take whatever that you want from. But Justice League is sitting at 567. So there's quite a bit of movies coming up here. There's 50 Shades of Grey, right in the museum. There's the first Iron Man. I hope it beats that. So Man of Steel is all the way up here. Man of Steel is 668. So that domestic was 291. And overseas at 377. That's the interesting thing, because Right now, it's already sitting at about 370 foreign on its third weekend. Man of Steel at its all-time after 14 weeks, it finally got to 377 foreign. Of course, the domestic take was much higher at 291. Let's look at that real quick. What's the third weekend? So the third weekend gross today was 248. So that is much higher, at least almost 50 million higher than what Justice League has done. And their foreign third weekend was at 271. So we beat that by 100 million. So I like to say it's fair to say it will be Man of Steel. It will be Man of Steel. Of course, we don't know what Star Wars will do to all these properties, but if it's at this current trajectory, I'd say it will beat Man of Steel. What's the next pivotal number that would get it up there? Doctor Strange is the next one, I think. Doctor Strange, 232, 445. That's a little bit harder to beat. We'll see. This was done in 19 weeks, so that's much different from the 14-week take. So we don't know how much legs Justice League have week by week, but I'd like to say on a positive, I think it will still meet 700, but I think for sure it will beat Man of Steel. I don't know if it will beat the next superhero movie. But you know, there's a lot of movies that it beats. So I mean, beat Thor: Dark World. I know it's Justice League. It's supposed to be a ton of other. It beat Incredibles. Oh well, that's where it's at right now. I'm thinking it will go over. So let's review. Right now it's sitting at 197, probably about 200 million by now because of China and whatever else has taken. So 200 million plus 370, so it's about 570 million dollars worldwide total. And people are saying it has to get up to like 700 to break even or something like that. I forgot what the number was to break even. Did it say here? No, it didn't. So this person on Forbes will say you will cross 600 million for the ad, and you made him closer to 650 than 625. Of course, he's probably trying to go on the minimum value, just in case that he's wrong. But it's got 1.5 weeks from Star Wars and Ferdinand and Jumanji and Pitch Perfect 3, The Greatest Showman. You know, there's a lot of stuff coming out, so they're gonna need theaters to show in. So you're gonna see a lot of drop in theaters, but hopefully foreign worldwide it will hold up, because I think a lot of these movies aren't even gonna open worldwide. Like we have 1.5 weeks till China. I'm sorry, 1.5 weeks till Star Wars. Let's see, Star Wars Last Jedi China release. Where is that at? Oh, wow. So China won't get to see Star Wars until January 5th of 2018. Wow. Okay, so that's kind of good for a huge tentpole like Justice League. I think they've got a lot more time to kind of stay in the theaters in China, although China doesn't really hold movies that long, you know, so we'll see. I mean, because they got their own movies to show. They got their own Chinese movies to show. But so I don't know how long Justice League will be there, but we won't have that 1.5 week deadline like how we are having in domestic. And you know what? Domestic has almost not too much love for Justice League right now, so a lot of it's in the foreign markets. And a lot of it's in Asia per se. So we'll see how that works out as the weeks continue. Very, very interesting to see. But like I said, I really think that it will be Man of Steel. Alright guys, what do you guys think about these numbers? And a lot of people who are trying to make this fail don't. I mean, this is still Warner Brothers property. This is still DC Films property. Whatever money that Justice League can make, it will still benefit future films. It will benefit DC Films and whatever direction they'll take from that. So I'd say we should, even though you don't like the film, we should still root for it, because this is still the same studio that will hold this property, and that's where the money is at. So that's all I wanted to say about that. But anyway, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.